Syed, are we okay, Syed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now let us talk about division of polynomials. So there are two kinds of divisions that we have. So one is long division or direct division, and the other is division using identities. Now here we will look into some examples before we solve questions, but this is, just for your understanding that we need to know that we have two methods. One is long division and the other is division using the identities. Children, try this question, please. Those who know long division, just try this question. So what I want here is you need to have a quotient here. You need to have the remainder here. Okay. Try this, please. Children, is the board visible to you clearly, to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Priscilla, can you see the board clearly?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Children, actually divisions are somewhat lengthy. So, take a couple of minutes to try this question. And if at all you want to give me the answers, please give it to me in terms of the quotient and the remainder. Children, can we do it on the board now? Yes? Okay, children, we are doing it on the board now. Observe me, please. See, whenever we are going for division, the first thing that we need to make sure is we have to write this in the standard form. What is the standard form we discussed? The highest power of the variable will come first, the next highest will come. So that means it should be arranged in the descending order. Children. And the same way, my divisor. This is called my divisor and this is called my dividend. This is my dividend and this is my divisor. So I have a 3x cube here. I have an
Sir,
extra.
I'm not able to see anything that is written.
Is that so? No, I'm writing big enough only. How many of you cannot see what I've written?
So no,
Yes, so now I'm able to see. I had an internet issue.
Children, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm saying is whenever you're doing long divisions, try to write the dividend in the standard form. That means the highest power will come first, the next highest, third highest, that way it will go on. So write the dividend in the standard form, write the divisor also in the standard form. Now children, I have 3x cube here, I have an x square here. Now what do I need to multiply with x square so that I get 3x cube? Children, give it a try.
The board is blank for me.
So what is that I need to multiply with x square so that I get 3x cube? Any of you can guess? Children, yes. What is that we need to multiply? Okay, I'll tell you. X square is here, 3x cube is here. Now if I take 3x, 3x into x square will be 3x cube. And 3x into 2x will be plus 6x square. Plus 6x square. Now I subtract. So I get a minus sign here. In place of plus I write a minus here because I'm subtracting. So when I subtract this 3x and 3x, this becomes 0. And then I have minus 2x square and minus 6x square. So minus 2x square and minus 6x square will become minus 8x square. And then I write the other terms as it is. So 0 is anyways there, so I need not mention it because it is 0 anyways. And what you can do is you can strike it like this. Now I have minus 8x square here, I have an x square here. So what will I do is I will multiply with minus 8. When I multiply with minus 8, now minus 8 into x square will become minus 8x square, and minus 8x into 2x will become minus 16x. Now when I subtract, what will happen? This minus will become plus and this minus will become plus when I subtract. So this is minus 8x square and this is plus 8x square. So this becomes 0. So I'll cancel it out. And then x plus 16x is 17x and then a minus 3. Now my division.
Your board, I'm not able to find it clear.
Now can you see clearly?
Yes, sir. Now I can see.
Children,
So-
make a note of this. Yes.
So can you re-explain? So like
I will.
only pointing the digits because before it was blank for me. I couldn't see it clearly, so I didn't understood.
No problem. I'll do that.
Sir, like in between, it's not being clear, sir, the board. It's becoming blur.
Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Actually, I've striked it off here. That's why maybe you're looking at it as blur.
Sir, like sometimes it's being clear and then it's becoming blur.
Okay, maybe because that is because of the refocusing that is happening. Children, now are you able to see things clearly?
So now it's clear, but when you were explaining, the board was blur.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's right. Sir, can you explain this again?
Yeah, I will. But I'm just seeing if the board is, clear. This board is, it is properly focused or not. I just want to make sure it is properly focused. Children, how do you see the board now? Now is it clear?
Yes, sir.
So children, what I'm trying to tell you is, I have an x square here. I have 3x cubed. When I multiply with 3x, this becomes minus 3x. This becomes 3x cube plus 2x into 3x is 6x square. Once I've got this, I have subtracted. So when I subtract, 3x cube term will go off and plus will become minus. So minus 2x square minus 6x square will become minus 8x square. And this is as it is coming down.
Sir, where did minus 6x square come from? I mean plus 6x square.
So 3x into 2x is 6x square.
Sir, where did 3x come from, sir?
We are doing division, right? This is the quotient and this is the
So the
remainder.
question is minus 2x square plus 3x square
3x
minus
cube.
3 divided by x square plus 2x, right?
So Priscilla, I have rearranged the terms. That's what I'm saying. First, you need to write the terms in the standard form. What is the standard form that we have? Write the greatest power first, then the next greatest, and the least. So you write the powers in the descending order. It is 3x
Yes.
cube. It is not 3x square. Okay. So my 3x minus 8 is nothing but the quotient. This is the quotient. And the remainder is 17x minus 3. This is coming from the idea. Let me explain how this is coming anyways. For suppose I have 7. I'm dividing 41 by 7 for suppose. So 41 by 7. Now how do I do division here, children? Yes? Can anybody tell me how do I go
It's
for
7
division?
5s are 35 and remainder is 6.
Okay, 7 5s are 35. So the remainder is 6. Now, for your information, I will write 41 as 41 is my dividend, right? It has 7 into 5 plus 6. Does everybody agree with me here? Yes? Does everybody agree with me here, children? Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Now, this is for the numbers. It is very simple to understand. But what if I have polynomials? The concept is same. Let me tell you how it is now. I have 3x cube minus 2x square plus x minus 3. This is my, children, what is this? What is this in this case? Come on, children, speak up. What is this?
Dividend.
Dividend. Very good. What is my divisor in this case?
X square plus 2x.
Very good. X square plus 2x. What is my quotient in this case?
3x minus 8.
3x minus 8. What is the remainder, children? I have written on the board. Come on.
17x minus
17x minus 3. Now what I will do is I will open the bracket and add this. You will see that I will get the dividend back. See this. X square into 3x square is 3x is 3x cube. X square into minus 8 is minus 8x square. 2x into 3x is 6x square. 2x into minus 8 is minus 16x plus, anyways, I have 17x minus 3. So children, what do I get? 3x cube. Minus 8x square plus 6x square is minus 2x square. 17x minus 16x is x minus 3. Now, did we get the same dividend? So the formula here is dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. Children, make a note of this, please. First, if you are not clear with this, what you do is you first note down this example. Then write on the basis of this, you write this. And then what you do is you copy this and then you write. You don't have to write this. This is just for your explanation. I'm saying here we are doing the same concept here we are doing in terms of polynomials. But what you can do is you can copy this formula. This is important. Dividend is equal to divisor into quotient plus remainder. You can note down these workings and you can copy this. This is just for your information I've given. Priscilla, are we clear now?
So then how would we find the quotient and the remainder? That can you repeat?
So quotient, okay, fine. So let me come back to this again. I have this as my divisor, correct? Just like I have a 7 here. This is my divisor and this is my dividend. Now, I have an x square here, but I have an x cube, 3x cube here. So what do I need to multiply it with? I need to multiply it with 3x so that I get 3x cube here and this term will get cancelled. We have to take the quotient in such a way that we are able to cancel the higher powers. Step by step. First, power 3 is got cancelled.
Won't we do it 2x plus
Wait,
2x?
so let me tell you. So 3x into x square is x cube. 3x into 2x is 6x square. Now first I have cut down the power 3. I have subtracted, I got minus 8x square. Now this is the next highest power here. So what I have done, I have taken minus 8 here. So that x square into minus 8 is minus 8x square. Now again this got cancelled. And then I have 17x minus 3. Children, do not worry about this much now. Just make a note of this. We'll do a couple of examples more so that you'll get clear idea. Okay? Just make a note of these. Children, can we move on? Yes? Okay. So there are some points that has been talked about here. Now one thing is if any terms are missing in the dividend or the divisor, leave spaces and treat them as terms with coefficient 0. Children, make a note of these points. When there's an appropriate example, I'll try to explain both the points. Just make a note of these points.